Thank you for tuning in to the Brach Eichler Talks podcast, where we explore and discuss today's trending legal topics. In this episode, we'll discuss a recent Brach Eichler healthcare law alert titled FTC to vote on the release of its final rule to ban non-compete clauses. On April 16, 2024, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, announced that it will hold a special open commission meeting on Tuesday, April 23, 2024, on whether to issue a proposed final rule that would prevent employers from enforcing non-compete restrictions against their workers. The FTC has stated that the proposed final rule that is being considered would generally prevent most employers from using non-compete clauses. By way of background, following a State of the Union address by President Biden, in which he announced his administration's intention to eliminate post-employment restrictions on American workers, on January 19, 2023, the FTC published a proposed rule that, if enacted, would ban virtually all post-employment non-competition agreements. Specifically exempt from the ban would be certain non-competition agreements that are executed in connection with business sale transactions. Following the publication of the proposed rule, the FTC held a public comment period which closed on April 19, 2023. The FTC specifically sought comments on whether non-compete clauses between employers and senior executives should be subject to a different standard than non-compete clauses with other workers. The FTC reportedly received 26,000 comments during the comment period, too. At Tuesday's open commission meeting, the FTC will first vote on whether to authorize public disclosure of the proposed final rule that is under consideration. If the FTC votes to authorize public disclosure of the final rule, the Office of Policy Planning will give a staff presentation on the final non-compete rule. The FTC will not be taking further comments from the public during the open commission meeting. The FTC will then vote on whether to issue the final rule. The open commission meeting can be viewed via webcast, which will be available on the day of the event shortly before the start of the meeting at ftc.gov. The event will also be recorded and will be available on the FTC's website after the meeting. It is expected that the final rule will be no more stringent than the proposed rule and may contain additional exceptions. However, other than this week's notice, the FTC has not published any definitive information about exceptions that it might be considering. Brach Eichler will continue to monitor the FTC's activity in this regard and will schedule a webinar to review and explain how the new FTC rule may impact you. For more information and legal advice, contact Grelecki, Esquire, member, Healthcare Practice Group, at 973-403-3140 or cgrelecki at bracheichler.com, or John D. Fanburg, Esquire, managing member, chair, Healthcare Practice Group, at 973-403-3107 or jfanburg at bracheichler.com. This podcast is intended to provide general information, not legal advice. Please contact the authors if you need specific legal advice. Thank you for listening, and for more information, please visit bracheichler.com. Brach Eichler, LLC is a full-service law firm based in Roseland, New Jersey, with over 80 attorneys. The firm is focused on the following practice areas: healthcare law, real estate litigation, trust and estates, business transactions and financial services, personal injury, criminal defense and government investigations, labor and employment, environmental and land use, family law services, patent, intellectual property and information technology, real estate tax appeals, tax and cannabis law.